So as you can see, traveling again, right? On the road, but never too busy to discuss the daily dose, never too busy to lay down a good idea. And, I was thinking today as I was driving around that one of the things that I think holds most of us back are what I like to call sea anchors. Now, for those that don't know, a sea anchor is something that you drop in the water. Think of it like a parachute. Like a parachute, slows you down when you're floating down from the sky. A sea anchor is something you drop into the water that expands like a parachute and will slow you down in a sailboat or in some sort of vessel on the water. A sea anchor, the way that I describe it, is something that holds you back or slows you down, and the normal amount of energy that you would typically expend to go a certain speed, that same amount of energy will you'll go significantly slower if you have sea anchors in the water. In addition, to go the same speed you would normally go, you'd have to expend exponentially larger amounts of energy to go the same speed you would normally go because you've got all of this drag in the water slowing you down. I mean, have you ever climbed a flight of stairs, for example, not carrying anything? But what happens if you climb that same flight of stairs with like a big, giant, heavy suit? Guys, vacations, if you're married and have kids, come on, carrying two giant suitcases up the stairs, right? You don't move quite as fast, do you? Well, the two things that act as sea anchors, I believe, in my life and in yours, are guilt and regret. Every one of us carries around guilt and regret. Regret over things that we've done or things that we haven't done. Regret over missed opportunities or, you know, just squandered opportunities, if you will. Regret over things that maybe, relationships that we've had that we've terminated prematurely or that were terminated on us and we felt like it was something that we did. There's any number of things, mistakes that we've made. Guys, we've all gooned things up. But if you carry these things around with you and you let them affect how you view yourself as an individual and the prospects that you give yourself for your own future, then these types of things will act as sea anchors to slow you down. And no matter how much energy you expend, no matter how much power you put forth, no matter how much you lean forward and try and go and grind and work, you're never going to see the kind of speed of achievement or momentum in your achievement that you would see if you could just get shed of those sea anchors. Now, this is easier said than done, right? I mean, you're like, oh, just forget everything bad you ever did, forget everything you ever messed up on, and just press on. Now, it's easy to say, but it's much more difficult to do, isn't it? But here's what you can do. You can recognize and internalize that there is not a single thing you can do about yesterday, or even 5 minutes ago for that matter. 1 year ago, 6 months ago, you can't change it. You can't do anything about it. It's gone. It's ancient history. It's a myth. The only moment that has ever existed is this moment of right now. That's true. And the fantastic thing is, things that you may have done or not done or messed up on or opportunities missed or whatever from a year ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago or the relationship that didn't work out or whatever the case might have been, that was a function of who you were. It's got nothing to do with who you are. Think about that for a second. Who you were made those decisions and got themselves into those situations, but who you are today can be an entirely different person. Because starting in the only moment that you've ever had, which is the moment of right now, you can make new decisions to take your life anywhere you want it to go. You are not a product of your past. You're a product of your decisions that you make right now. Who you will be and where you are and who you are, what you are, and where you are a year from now will be the product of the decisions you make between now and then. Where you're at right now, your circumstances today are a product of decisions that you made before. You can't do anything about those. Those things are gone. They're ancient history. There's nothing you can do to change it. But you can begin to change your life right now, in this moment of now, to create whatever destiny you want 1 year from now, or 2 years from now, or 5 years from now. And that is a very empowering feeling. If you can get your mind around that and take ownership of that, I'm letting you know that it will give you the power to leave behind regrets and guilt about opportunities missed or mistakes made. And when you can let go of those sea anchors, you unleash your full potential. So think about it. Where you want to be 1 year from now will be the result of decisions that you make beginning right now. So start making good ones and go out and make it a great day.